buns are not here.
All right, and we are live. Maybe I'm afraid. You never. Okay. There you go. All right. Good morning, everyone. Happy Friday. Welcome to our Friday workout here. Um, Parts unknown. So this morning's workout, or if we have time, we're gonna do the three B's. We're gonna do the brick pile, then the bruising, and then if you're lucky, we're gonna be able to do the blasters. But we'll just go through these one at a time first. Okay. So the brick pile, as most of you know, it's 5 exercises, starting with a 1 minute plank, followed by 2 sets of 10 burpee to shoulder press, or simply a burpee, followed by 3 sets of 15 sit-ups, 4 sets of 20 TRX pull-ups, or any kind of upper body pulling work, like bicep curls or fly, or any kind of movement where you pull. Then followed by 3 sets of 30 seconds for the core or cardio. I am going to do core. If you're going to do cardio, it could be jump rope or jumping jacks. Okay. The bruising is very similar to that. It's also a layered workout or a handicap workout. 5 exercises, 10 reps of the first exercise, 20 of the second, 30 of the third, 40 reps of the fourth, and then 50 reps of the fifth. Handicap from hardest or the workout that takes up the most time to the easiest or the workout that takes up the least amount of time. Okay. Let's do a nice subtle warm up with bodyweight squats, lunges, and RDLs. We're gonna do 3 sets of those. Okay. So you guys are ready? Let's start with the squats. So 3, 2, and 1. Inhale down. Exhale up. Now you get to choose what kind of warm up you want to do. If you want something a bit more active, you can jog, jump in place, or even do some kind of a walking linear workout where you do walking lunges or um, broad jumps. 10 more seconds of this, but since we have to stay inside a certain frame, we're not going to do that. In for 3, 2, and 1. Feet together. Take a step forward lunge. Again, I like to. Oh, and Rachel is doing. She's doing marches, but nothing changes. Okay, so both our knees are just above our heels. Okay, whether I'm lunging or whether Rachel is marching. 10 more seconds, please. Very good. RDL is your third exercise. In for 3, 2, and 1. Feet together. Slide your hands down your legs. Bend your knees slightly. Touch your feet and pull it back up. Good. Inhale as you come down. Exhale as you come up. This is more of a stretch than it is a movement, but because of the time that it takes, about 30 seconds, we'll be able to do about 10 of these. 10 more seconds. So when that all adds up, it does become a movement. In for 3, 2, and 1. So that's set 1 of 3. Let's go back to our squat position, reaching across, touching the opposite foot. Inhale down, exhale up. Now sometimes we do the insanity warm up, and we do that when we have A, more time, and B, if the workout calls for a higher intensity work. Like next week, we're going to be having some hit France and hit AMRAPs. So we're going to change up to a bit more active warm up. In for 3, 2, and 1. Remember, the warm up always complements. It's called rehearsal. I learned that from a very good trainer. The warm up is always a rehearsal of the type of movement that you'll do. So if it's slow and low, you want slow and low movements. If it's active, high intensity, then you want your warm up to be higher in intensity. 10 more seconds of this, then we're going to do our touchdowns, which is the alternating version or reach version of the uh, RDLs. In 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okay, again, feet together. One hand reaches down, the other reaches up. Very good. You get the chance to see your reflection in the mirror. You want to try to form a near vertical line from fingertip to fingertip. That means you're really gonna have to open up your chest, pull yourself down, finish that stretch. 10 more seconds. Good. We do have one more set. Getting dizzy. In 4, 3, 2, and 1. Back to squat position for our last installment. We're gonna do windmills where we place our palms on the ground, the other hands up towards the ceiling, and pull it back up. Good. Inhale, hand on the ground. Exhale. You can exhale even as you're down, but start the movement with an inhale before you release it. Good. Great job. And guess what, Rich? I can't find my timer. 10 more seconds. We'll do it. Whatever, right? I thought I had it on me too. In 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okay, last couple. Step forward or step back lunge. I failed to. Oh, okay. You're gonna do the toy soldiers. You can do lunge. So Rachel's gonna do a double. How about we change up the toy soldiers into inchworm? Can you do an inchworm? All right. So we're gonna do an inchworm instead. So I'm doing the lunge windmill. Rachel's doing the toy soldier, which is again a good way to stretch yourself. And we're both gonna do 3 inchworms in 4, 3, 2, and 1. So an inchworm, you stand with your feet together, just like on RDL. Slide your hands down your legs. I like to keep my feet together. Doesn't have to be, and then just walk yourself back up with your fingers. The more advanced, actually, the original version of this, and you guys can see me on YouTube. But you walk your feet to your hands. Okay, that's how you really do an inchworm. But the problem is you have to. Yep, there you go. You guys saw how Rachel did it. But then you're gonna have to turn around, do it to the other side. Okay, this is our third of 3 inchworms. So we're gonna finish this up in 4, 3, 2. Oh my God, and 1. All right, so that's a good warm up. That's enough for what we're about to do. Where's our timer? And could be. Oh, it's right here. It's right here.
Oh, okay.
Again, 4.5 months, and I'm still forgetting. So we're gonna start things off with a brick pile, which consists of a 1-minute plank, followed by 2 sets of 10, any kind of burpee or any kind of press. 3 sets of 15 sit-ups, 4 sets of 20 TRX pull-ups, and 5 sets of 30 seconds of either core or cardio. So this should be a running clock. We'll give you timing cues if you guys need it. Now, when it comes to the burpees, the sit-ups, or even the TRX pull-ups, you are in charge. You can go 20 straight burpee presses, or 45 straight sit-ups, or 80 straight TRX pull-ups. Okay. This morning, Miriam. Anyways.
Nobody did it.
Nobody did it this morning. Nobody did it this morning. Online they did. Online
Yes.
they did. Anyways, so Rachel's going to talk us through our workout, starting with the 1-minute plank. She's going to set up with a plank right now.
Okay.
Please follow her form. Her form is much better than mine.
So to set up for your plank, I normally like to start with my knees on the ground, just the much rest as I can get. So my elbows are a little bit forward in front of my shoulders. We're going to fix that in 4, 3, 2, and 1. Coming up to my toes, coming forward, just so my elbows are directly underneath my shoulders. Now what I like to do is relax my hands, specifically because everything else is working in overtime. That's already 10 seconds down. Now the one thing that I'm noticing a lot with people in their planks, we'll get to it when we talk about push-ups later, is that don't drop that belly. Right here, it might seem like it's super duper comfortable, but it's actually doing more harm than it is good. You're almost more than halfway there. So notice how, like when dogs hump pillows, they hump like this. You want to tuck that tailbone, so point that tailbone naturally towards the back of the room. Relaxing the shoulders, relaxing the face. 20 more seconds left. That spine stays nice and neutral. Your eyes are gonna wait. Your spine's gonna follow your eyes. Don't look down. Then your butt's gonna come up. Don't look up. Your butt's gonna go down.
Yep.
Look about at the edge of your fingertips. You have less than 10 seconds here. We're gonna go into that burpee press in 5, 4, 3, 2, and relax down. Now for your burpee press, we have 2 sets of 10. So I'm gonna do a modification on the first set, which is basically a squat to an overhead press. You can either do just the burpee or just the press, depending on how you feel this morning. My glute does not feel so great. Either way, we're going to do 2 sets of 10. I don't recommend going through 20 total. You can if you're feeling a lot better than I am this morning. So if you'd like to, definitely push back, come up, or do what Anton's doing, which is a burpee to press. I'm just going to do a squat to press right now. This is 3 for me. 4, I'm working on being quiet. It's 5. I'm still running out of breath. The louder I get, the more oxygen I take in. So that's why I'm really loud. 7 for me. 8. 9. And that's 10 for me. Now, I'm going to drop my dumbbells and just do 10 straight burpees, taking the overhead press out of it. You can hold on to your dumbbells if you like. Remember, in that burpee, hands come underneath the shoulders. Come out. Come right back in. That's 1 for me. 2. I'm also not doing it right because I'm putting a lot of pressure there. Need to figure out where I drop my dumbbells. 4 for me.
Oh.
5.
Yes.
Legs come out wide. 6. 7. 8. So notice how when I come back, I'm already in that squat position. I'm going through a squat just like I did on the first round. 9. And 10 for me. Next round, we're going to be doing 3 sets of 15 reps of sit-ups. Now for me, I have some lower back issues, specifically having to do with my coccyx, or my tailbone. So 15 reps are a bit much for me. So I'm going to be doing something called leg drops. Works almost the exact same muscle groups. You can do sit-ups, arms across your chest, do roll-ups, reaching up towards the ceiling, or leg drops like myself, or V-ups if you want to make it fancy. It doesn't really matter to me what you do, as long as you keep proper form and protect your body. So for me, for my leg drops, 3 sets of 15. I might change it up. For my leg drops, legs neutral as possible. Bringing the knees over the hips. Feet can be flexed or pointed. That's 1 for me. Please, heels touch the floor. I'm seeing a lot of people just stop here. You can, but please gently touch the floor to keep the full range of motion. 10 more for me. 6, 7, 8, 9. When you come up, exhale that belly button into your spine. 5 more. 4, 3, 2, and last one for me. Woo. Relaxing down. Everything is nice and neutral. Take 2 deep breaths. Now I'm going to give you an option for jackknives. Everything about jackknives or V-ups is if that spine stays nice and neutral against the mat. Bringing that head, neck, and shoulders up if you can. Now on jackknives, hands and feet do not touch the floor. You're bringing the knees back in towards the chest. 3 for me, 12 more. 4, also please keep feet and hands together. What do I mean by that? It's not here. See people do that as well. When you tend to bring your feet apart, one leg might come in quicker than the other. The point is to keep the legs together. 7, 8, 9. Again, pulling that belly button in towards spine. 10, 5 more. 4, I'm already sweating. 3, 2. Last one for me. Now the third option, my third set. I'm what's the word? I can't focus on one thing more than once for a little bit. Well, yeah, that too. So adding modifications. Sticking to leg drops or V-ups, this is going to be leg drops, jackknives, or V-ups. This is going to be my third set. Extending both the arms and the legs. This is where your heels gently touch the ground. Come back up for 1. Pointed or flexed feet doesn't really matter to me as long as those legs are engaged. Spine stays neutral against the mat. So you're going to hear a lot of the same things for each exercise. 6, 7, 8. Head, neck, and shoulders can be relaxed against the ground or up. 10. 5 more for me. 11, 12, 13. Woo! And last one for me. 15. Gently and slowly coming back up. While you're finishing your sit-ups, you're going to be doing 4 sets of 20 reps of TRX pull-ups. So some type of pulling motion. I'm going to offer 4 versions. I almost said recreations. 4 versions. 4 versions of the exercise, one including the TRX row. So the TRX row, you're pulling your body weight. If you don't have a TRX row, you don't have a pull-up bar, that's totally fine. So we're going to do 1 pulling exercise, which is 20 reps of curls. You can either stagger or keep your feet in squat position all the way down, all the way up. I won't bother you with the numbers. Just tell you when I'm halfway. Please don't swing, either in the rows or in the curls. 9. Halfway there for me. I'm going to show you how I'm twisting my dumbbells to protect my wrist and also make the exercise not as hard. I don't want to say easy because it's still hard. That's what she said. 5, 6, 7, 8. Remember, don't go all the way through. 9, 10. That's a lot of reps. That's 80 reps. I would never ask anybody, except for the artist formerly used to be known as the fittest person in the world, to do 80 reps total. So now my second option, still a pulling exercise. Bend over rows. From this position, deadlift, pushing that booty back to my neutral. We're going to go 1, 2, all the way to 10. I'm going to show you the front view. 7, 8, 9, 10. If you notice, I'm rowing to my belly button. Elbows are nice and back. Working close to your muscle groups. So my elbows are not out here. That's not what we're looking for. Squeezing the shoulder blades together. 8 and 10. Halfway there. That's 40 reps. Ugh. I was going to have Frank do those here today.
Yeah.
He got
Double up,
lucky.
double
He was
up.
lucky. So, I mean, it's going to have the artist formerly known as Frank do TRX rows today. So I'm going to demonstrate the TRX row. Just like in my dumbbell row, we're going to row to my chest, lower part of my body, not pull-ups. That's a different exercise for a different time. Palms down. Feet as close to the tippy point as I can without keeping proper form. Don't drop that booty. 6, 7, 8. Halfway there. I can't really show you the front view from this without running into the wall. You can do single arm, as Antoine's doing, if you like. I forgot how to make it into one thing. I wouldn't recommend holding them like this. Ugh. That doesn't make any sense. That's fine. 8, 9, and 10. Ugh. Now, what if you don't have any dumbbells whatsoever? Very good question. You can't really pull unless you want to pull your child or your cat or your couch in plank position. So, I say dips. Dips are a good option. That is the work. Yeah, I mean, it is a push workout, but you're kind of working the exact same muscle group. So this is if you don't have any equipment at all.
Superman. You're pulling your chest and knees off.
I would love to do Superman. I am terrified of my lower back.
It's gonna bruise your ribs.
Yeah. So, from this position, I'm going to be doing, what do they call them? Dips. Pulses. But you are pulsing in this position. Fingertips pointed towards one side of the room. We're going to slightly bend our elbows. Just like in our rows, they're back. They're not out. So almost the same height, butt off the ground, if you can. This is going to be the hard version. I'm going to do the hard version this way. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Harder version. Oh, God. Legs straight. 7, 8, 9, 10. Again, it's a small muscle movement. You don't have to go very far in order for it to be super effective. So I don't know about you, but I weigh a lot. So that small muscle group to have to lift at least half my body weight up and down. Last 5 rounds of 30 seconds of some type of core cardio.
I'll do flutter kicks.
Okay, we can do flutter kicks. You can do flutter kicks if you like, which actually seem like a really good option for right now since we've done a lot of front supine positions. I always forget that. Shut up, Rachel. Let's just do it. So I'm going to do a couple of versions. We're going to do low plank first because we've already done this in 3, 2, and 1.
Okay.
So again, in this low plank position, don't drop that booty. Don't look up. Keep that booty nice and neutral with the head, with your head looking forward. Not forward, but like the tip of your fingertips. 10 seconds down. But yeah, 10 seconds down. Halfway there. Again, we're not letting the head sink. Pull those shoulder blades apart. Less than 10 seconds to go. Squeezing the glutes. Don't forget about the glutes. In 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. That's not 1. Then I'm going to do what Anton was doing. I'm going to try and flip over, back and forth each time. 3, 2, and 1. So flutter kicks. What am I looking for? Oh God, that is such a horrible angle. What am I looking for in those flutter kicks? I want that head, neck, and shoulders can be relaxed against the floor. 10 seconds down. Feet are flexed or pointed. You can start to get really fancy with them. You can do battemans. You can do 1, 2, 3, 4 out. 1, 2, 3, 4 out. Whatever way you like to do it. Whatever way you're doing, you don't have less than 10 seconds. Breathe here. In 5, elbow in towards spine. 3, 2, and 1. 10 seconds of rest. What am I going to do? I'm going to do low plank seesaw. So going back to my low plank. My goal is to flip back and over in 3, 2, and 1. At technique, a lot of our clients sometimes have hip flexor problems, like myself. So being in this position for more, how is it, 30, for about 2.5 minutes, 10 seconds down, might put a lot of pressure on your quads. And so things start to hurt and feel uncomfortable. Therefore, the rest of your form suffers, and that's not what we want. So right now, less than 10 seconds. I'm doing a low plank seesaw. My butt's up in the air. I'm so sorry. In 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Relaxing down. Turning back over. What can I do? I don't know. Sit-ups. How's that? It's only 30 seconds. In 4. I'm trying to do this angle. 3, 2, and 1. Coming up. Elbows to knees. Back down. You maybe wonder why. Why are you doing that, Rachel? Why are you turning? Well, in order for most core positions, in my case, less 10 seconds down, for me to do them correctly, I need to tuck my chin, so that's fine, stay neutral against the mat. This is a very unattractive way to look at a camera. Less than 10 seconds left. Breathe. You have another 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Flipping back over. Oh.
No Russian twist.
Oh, what am I going to do?
This
is round. I'll do something here. This is number 5 already?
Number 5, yeah.
All right, then I'm going to do hand taps in 3, 2, and 1. Woo. So this, in my case, is probably the hardest thing for me to do.
10 seconds.
I can do my feet fine because I have my glutes to help keep me stable. Although I'm still activating my glutes to make sure I minimize that twist. Less than 10 seconds left. Whatever core work or cardio you're doing, you only have another 5, 4, 3, 2, and relax. Oh my God.
Oh, yeah.
Whew. So how long did it take us? 13 minutes?
Yeah.
It's a pretty good workout for 13 minutes.
Yeah. And you know what? We the original version of this, it goes back up. So after your 5 sets of 30 seconds of core or cardio, you go back up to the 4 sets of 20 TRX pull-ups, 3 sets of 15 sit-ups, 2 sets of 10 burpee presses, and then finally ending in a 1-minute plank. It takes about 20 to 25 minutes for most people to finish that. So again, it really depends on what kind of workout you did and how aggressively you went. So for those of you who went 2 sets of 40 TRX pull-ups, you might not be able to repeat that feat all the way back. But who's to say, right? Okay, so now we got Brusan, same pattern, 10, 20, 30, 40, or it gets longer, but it gets easier and faster. There's one exercise here where if you actually have a medicine ball and a wall, or a medicine ball and a partner, you can actually share that. We'll show you how. Otherwise, it's going to be hot potatoes, okay? So we're just going to go through, most of you already saw the notes, so we're just going to go through this one exercise at a time. No time limit or time target for this one. We just work as freely as we can. So we're going to start first with the get-ups. A couple of ways you can do the get-up. Number 1, you can place your mat on top of a step or a bench if you have it. Number 2, what I'm going to do is I'm going to use a medicine ball to help me get up on my feet because I need that counterweight. So some people, not a lot of people, can actually perform that get up using their own weight. I can't. I need a counterweight, like a 20-pound medicine ball, to help me get up on my feet. So that's called a get up. Okay? Or you can simply do a sit up to a Russian twist. Ready? That's one for me. So the get ups, I call it the reverse of a burpee. It takes a lot longer than an actual burpee to perform. And that's why you only do 10 of these. Now, if you're really good at this, then it might actually be too easy. And a lot of people find this easy as well. Not me. There was a time I could do it without a counterweight, maybe for about a few months. And then that window closed tight. Got 2 more. Rachel's doing a similar workout, which is a roll up to a Russian twist. And I think that's it. Okay, all right. So we're going to do ball slams next tonight. We understand that some of you don't have medicine balls or sand balls. Or if you do, you don't have a stable surface to do that on. You have wood floor, carpeted floor. So if that's the case, you can either do burpees for 20, okay, or power jacks for 20, which means you're going to spread your feet touch the floor. Since we have sand balls, we're we're gonna take advantage of that. Plus these rubber floors. So we're gonna do 20 ball snaps. Okay, ready? 3, 2, and 1. You don't have to do 20 straight. You can go 10 and 10. 20 slams will probably take about 45 seconds. 4, 5, 6. It's a true 2-prong workout. 8, 9, 10. The work doesn't stop at the top. You're still working to bring that ball to the bottom. 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and 20. It's one of the very few workouts where you're working both going down and going up. Usually, work is only done in one direction. This goes both directions. So one of the few workouts where it goes multi-direction. Okay, so hot potatoes is your alternative to wall balls. So it's a hot potato. You hold one dumbbell in one hand, okay, and then pass it to the other hand and pass it back. That's one. Okay. Rachel and I are going to do 15 pairs of hot potatoes, and then we're going to show you how to do a partner wall ball. Okay, ready? Squat, throw. 1, 2. Same movement as a wall ball. 3. Squat and throw. 4, 5, 6, 7. Halfway. 8, 9, 10. 5 more. 2, 3, 4, and 5. Good. And once we reach these high numbers like 30, 40, and 50, you don't have to go straight through. Now this is the TRX medicine ball, which is primarily used for wall balls where you throw the ball up. Since we don't have a wall in front of it, I mean we do, we'll have to move the 3 cameras in order to do that. We're just going to do partner wall ball if you have a partner. And if you have a medicine ball, you can do partner wall balls. Okay, so for that, both of you will squat at the same time, even if one person throws. We're just going to throw 15 total. 3, 2, and 1. Squat, throw, squat. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, we're both watching the hand. 7.
Fundamentals.
8. Yeah. 9. What's the 4?
Elbows in between the knees.
Right.
Hands by the chest here, like the FIFA socks for trophy, not down here. Hold it here. See, a lot of people drop it.
Catch it.
As such. Catch it there. Sorry.
13. 14. And 15. I'm going to show you another way. Okay. So for some of you who have trouble catching, especially, okay, throw it. You can catch. Not too far.
Oh, what? Sorry.
Just in front of me. You can catch it at the bounce. See that? You can catch the ball at the bounce. So for those of you having trouble catching the ball at the wall ball, you can let it drop in front of you, but you have to squat anyways, okay? All right, so now we have 40 kettlebell swings, which I'm going to break down into 2 sets of 20. I might actually do kettlebell figure 8 on the second 20, okay? There's more than one way to swing a kettlebell. There's literally hundreds of ways to swing a kettlebell. So I'm going to do 20 kettlebell swings for my first round, and then figure 8s on my second round for another 20, okay? 3, 2, and 1. 3, inhale down, exhale up. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, good, 10, 11, 12. So notice that Rachel's not bending her knees too much. It's not a squat, it's a hinge. Think of it as bowing. And if you could catch her, she's too fast. 17, 18, 19, and 20. Her back is near parallel to the floor when she does that. So her glutes and hamstrings are fully engaged. plus your lower backs. I tend to bend my knees back some more into a half squat. So, and that's going to be more apparent when we do our figure eights. So the figure eight, you're going to hold the kettlebell at the corner, okay? Not at the top, at the corner. You're going to pass the kettlebell between your legs to the other hand into a squat. So you're pulsing up and down. Ready? 1, 2, okay? 3. Now the problem with figure eights, ironically, for guys wearing these basketball shorts, you're gonna catch your shorts as you grab it. See that? See what happened there? So it's an advantage to, well, if you're wearing micro shorts or leggings. 7, 8, 9, 10 more for me. 11. We do have one more exercise and we'll wrap it up. You guys can feel free to do another set of these Brusans. 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and 20. Okay, and then finally, last set is exercise number 5 for 50 reps. It's usually either air squats or mountain climbers, something that will take less than 45 seconds to finish. So on average, each of these lines take about 30 to 45 seconds to finish. So no matter how many reps, okay? So I'm gonna do air squats, or Rachel's gonna do air squats. You okay with air squats? Now I'm gonna do mountain climbers. Just a group 2 takes about the same amount, maybe. All right, 50 mountain climbers again. It doesn't have to be 50 straight. Okay, ready? Mountain climbers, air squats. 3, 2, and 1. Make sure I'm in the frame. 1. That's 10. That's 20. Man, I can feel this now. 25 halfway. 30. Less than half to go. 40. I got 10 more. Now you can also do the Janeway, which is a swivel, which is knee to the opposite elbow. Janeway. 47, 48, 49, and 50. Woo. So both exercises, though they're easy on low reps, they become just as hard as the 10 get-ups or 10 renegade rows or 10 roll-ups with this Russian twist. So each exercise is handicapped in such a way that each line is as hard as the previous one. Okay, they complement each other. So ladies and gentlemen, that is your Friday workout. We usually do the brick pile and the Brusan. Next week, we're going to go back to our high-intensity stuff like hit Fran, our challenge AMRAP, as well as our split EMOMs, okay? So this week, before the shutdown, we were on schedule for a lot of heavy earth lifting. By heavy lifting means we're going to incorporate the heavy movements like squats, bench press, rows, and deadlifts. So it's the heavy lifting doesn't describe the load, it describes the movement. So that's what we were up to until the shutdown. So we're going to go back to the HIT program or HIT format next week for the next couple weeks, okay? Ladies and gentlemen, thanks again for letting us into your lives. Thanks again for letting us work out with you. Hang in there, guys. Stop the spread, wear a mask, and we can all get through this together. Have a fantastic weekend, y'all. We'll see you again next week.
I can't.
No, don't hurt yourself. Don't hurt yourself. All right. Oh,